Hello. All right. Can everybody hear me all right?
Yes.
Hello, Andrew.
Yes.
Hi.
How are
Hi.
you, Nelson? Congratulations for showing up. That's what it means to be a business owner. Okay. All right. So let's start, guys. Okay. Andrew, you're at work? Can you hear me all right, Andrew?
Yes, I can hear you. I call up today.
What was that again, Andrew?
I call up today, so I'm home. I'm home today.
Oh, great. Awesome. Is Jesse
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah, she's here.
Awesome. Okay. Very good. Hi, Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Hi,
Hey,
yes.
hello, guys. Hello, Joshua. Hello.
Joshua and Isaac.
Okay.
Yes, they're all here.
Very good. How you
Yes.
doing, man? How's it going? How's it going?
Good.
Say hello to Uncle Tommy. All right. Okay, so let's start, guys, okay? So, hello, Unelfi. Say hello to Andrew and Jessica. They're,
Hello, everyone.
all right.
Okay.
All
right.
right, thank you.
Let's start. I'm allowed you guys to get something if you can write with. I'm also recording this meeting in case you guys want a copy that can be sent it to you so you can remember all this information. Okay. So let's start. Okay. I'm going to start talking about what is, is it to build an agency. When you get licensed and you get a license, a life insurance license, you are basically an agency of itself. That's what it is. You just basically acquire a license to start an agency. Where at the beginning, you're going to be the receptionist, the secretary, the agent, the salesperson, the accounting department. You're going to be everything at the beginning. That's how everything starts. And sometimes some people, they throw the towel in and they sit in that license. They don't do nothing about it because they can't see. They can't see, the future. Because if you can see the future, you can bring that image to existence. You got to be able to see. And to see, it means to have that vision. It means to have a goal that you can work towards that goal. Having an agency means that you is building an organization, a huge organization that it is built, over the years after year, with persistency. So imagine after you get, acquire the skill and you become a professional, then it's like me right now. I'm a professional right now, and I'm training other fellow agents, other business partners. So there's no ending. It's unlimited the amount of people that can be. That's how the insurance industry work for centuries. That's how it have been working. A lot of industry right now have copied this a model of business of agency from the insurance business, from the insurance industry. Like Amway and other industries out there, they have copied the model of the insurance industry, how everything works, where you have a director, a regional manager, super regional manager, regional manager, district manager, then area manager, and then agents around. So you go by a step by step, where there's no ladder for you to where you can grow. The difference between an agent and a broker is that sometimes agents, they want to be broker. What a broker do is they start acquiring a whole bunch of companies so they can offer to their clients. Where an agent is just basically gets licensed by one insurance company or a different insurance company, and they represent that company. When you get your license, you have to be appointed by an insurance company, and the insurance company are called carriers. So usually, sometimes you have agents that they get 5, 10 different carriers. The carriers that we represent, and here, Tommy, your business partner, Tommy, represent is only one, which is Lincoln Heritage. Why? Well, the reason for that I will tell you in a minute. Okay. I will give you the reasons why. Why would you commit to Lincoln Heritage? But before I go there, I want to tell you that for agents, life insurance agents, they have, when you try to get your license, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the term where it says insurance producer. Why you think they call an insurance agent an insurance producer, Andrew? The question goes for you, Andrew.
Yes. So I think it's because you are giving the opportunity to people to sign up for the life insurance. That's probably why you are the producer. You are the one in getting them in.
Very good. Very good. That's why they call an insurance agent a producer, life insurance producer, because we produce policies. We are the one that produce policies. We are the one that, that goes out there in the field, contacting and educating consumers to produce policies. We produce, policies. We produce insurance. We are basically the most important part of an insurance company. That's why you see there's a whole bunch of people out there waiting for an agent that is trained and professional. Once you have your license and you're trained, they try to recruit you. They try to, oh, here's a contract. But but the most difficult part for you to have someone to train you and teach you, their career, for you to be successful. Okay. Now, we basically are educators. We constantly educating people about insurance, and insurance is something that is needed. I don't know if you, most of you guys drive. I know that if you guys drive a car, you can't drive a vehicle unless you have, proper insurance in that vehicle. Otherwise, you get arrested, right? The reason for that is the risk, the risk that you commit a mistake. You looking at your phone, you're testing, and you look at your phone, you take your eyes off the road, and you, by a mistake, you go ahead and hit, boom, a family member, a father, he's the livelihood. He's the one to bring cash to the house to bring food home. And you go ahead by a mistake, you hit that person, and that person becomes handicapped. You don't have money to, what you call the term. I forgot the term.
Indemnizar.
Huh?
Indemnizar.
Yeah, to pay that person. Because of your mistake, he's not going to be able to work anymore and bring food and home and bring support for the family. You see, that's the reason why they force you to have insurance. In case you hit somebody, you by mistake, a mother or father, that is the livelihood, is the person in charge of bringing, the support for 3 or 4 kids. And because your mistake, that person cannot no longer work, you can indemnize that person and pay that person for life, a check, a disability check to pay for that person, for them to, those kids, they can have a livelihood, but for a small premium a month, right? An insurance company, right? An insurance company, multi-millionaire, insurance company can do so. So it's risk sharing. That's what it is. It's a whole bunch of people paying their premiums. All those premiums are collected. And whenever, something like that happens, all those premiums are, there to pay that person and indemnize, that because of your mistake. All right. It's risk sharing. That's what exactly insurance is. Now, you are, as an insurance producer, you are an intermediary between a customer and the insurance company. Every person that trusts you, when you go to a client, to their house, you are basically the intermediary. You're in the middle. They're your clients. They're your clients, your people that trust you to buy a policy from you, trust you that you're a professional, that they're in good hands with you. That's why you got to, when you come across these people that you encounter there, when you're serving leads, you have to know what you're doing, because if they don't see, if you, they don't see that you're a professional, that you don't know what you're doing, that you're shaking or whatever, they will take that as, no, man, he's got to know what he's doing. And he won't trust you in buying a policy from you. They want to make sure. It's like, remember, when you have a problem in your heart, you don't go to a general doctor. Where do you go, Andrew? Andrew, are you there?
I'm sorry.
Do you hear the question that I asked?
Oh, no, I didn't hear you.
If you don't know what you're doing, and
Yes.
the person in front of you, you have a client in front of you,
Mhm.
and they sense that you don't know what you're doing, that you're an amateur. It's like basically like when you have a problem in your heart, would you go to a general doctor?
No.
What do you,
No.
what do you,
I'll go to the
what do you-
experts. I'll go to
you
the
go to,
expert.
where do you
Yes.
go? To a cardiologist.
Yes.
That's what it is. You go to an expert. And that's why they want to know. They want to know that they're in good hands, that they, in the hands of the professional that know what it's doing. That's exactly what it is. All right. So
Right.
so let's go. You are a intermediary between the company and the customer. You are between the two of them. You help them out, but you also, help the company out. You in the middle. You protect your clients, you help them out, but you also work for the company. You are the field underwriter for that company. Okay. So you must be available for all your clients and their families in case, an emergency of a claim. Your clients, the people that buy a policy from you, they're going to be calling your phone. They're going to be dialing your phone, even if you leave a note at the door. So what do you do with your voicemail?
You make sure your voicemail is always on so that whenever people calls you, they're able to leave your voicemail.
Exactly. So one example is, hello, you have reached Andrew Angire with Lincoln Heritage and the Funeral Advantage program. Please leave your message after the tone. As simple as that. They want to know that they're dealing with the company because they didn't see the company, they saw you. They don't know that Lincoln is a huge monster, a $10 billion company. You have to be able to paint the picture to them with your phone number and with your, attitude of service. Okay. So your phone number, your voicemail should contain that message. Hello, you have reached Tommy Almonte with Lincoln Heritage, and so and so and so. Okay. Build your voicemail. All right. So one thing that will give you a lot of confidence is for you to get familiar with the claim process. The claim process with the company. If the client passed away and they call, I'm always, as a manager, be able to help you out. But you guys have to get familiar with it. All that it takes is just nothing but a claim form. Lincoln does that very easy for us. You can call them anytime. Everything I know, I learned it from them. You have to save on your phone the claim service department number, service, policy services, the Telecel app. All these numbers, they should be saved on your phone. The phone interview, the phone verification, when you're with a client to check, I'm pretty sure, have you seen at least one phone verification, Andrew? I can't hear you.
Sorry, yeah, I was on mute. I have all of them saved on my phone. I just saved them 2 days ago when I was going to, if the woman that remember you went with me there.
Perfect.
Yeah, but
Miss
she wasn't
Sandu,
there.
Miss Dilbag Sandu.
No, not Miss Dilba, Miss Ross. Remember, we had an appointment with Ross, Miss Ross, Elizma.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
Well,
do you remember we went to a lady that she's
the
doing
Indian lady?
No, not
The
the
Indian
Indian lady. No, the African American lady. She lives. She's the one that is doing the babysitter in the house.
Oh, you closed that deal?
No, I went there. I went there about 2 times. She wasn't in the house.
Okay, but I'm
yes.
talking about was the form verification to check their medication.
Oh yes, 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 with the Indian, yeah, Miss Delbag. Yes, I remember. Yes, yes.
All right, so let's continue because we only have like 40 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Now, so familiar with the claims department, you need to have the claims service department phone number. When you call to help a client, you can call with confidence because Lincoln is there to help them out and help you as an agent and help you grow as an agent, okay? Now, the familiar with the claim process, remember that you are running a business. This is a family business. Remember that everything, like right now, I'm training you and I'm training you, Nelfin, and all these agents that I'm training. I gladly do it, right? Because I tell you why. The more I do it, more pleasure I get of helping individuals just like me. I had a great life with Lincoln. I made good money. I got my financial freedom. Now I'm at a point that I want to share that. There's plenty. There's not a scarcity, there's abundance of people. When I started my career, I was 41. I'm started getting, on the mail there, they mailing me if I want to buy a policy now because I'm 52. So, okay, so that's something that you guys should be thinking about, that there's no ending to the stuff. There's more people, people that, time doesn't, it just keep going. All right. So you are running a business. This is a patrimony. If something happens to you, something happens to me, God gave me long life and good health. Something happens to me, all the agents, all my pay through, all my residual incomes, everything will go to my wife and my children's. Our boss, the director, J.R. Barrigan, this gentleman is a multi-millionaire individual. He got his own jet. They donate, millions of dollars to their local hospitals in the area where they live, because his father was the one, the founder of the Golden Memorial. Now the children are the one handling the business, and they're multi-millionaire. They're multi-millionaire because, the father was an agent just like me and you guys, and that's how everything started. He just kept, training and selling and training to a point, that it grows so big that, that's how it is. You're just basically helping people. Now, you have to be able, right? You have to be able as a business owner to be able to have the vision, because if you don't have the vision, the goal, why you doing this, you have to be able, responsible to motivate yourself, encourage yourself to show up every single day, to go and see these people. How do you do that? You have to have a clear vision. Why is that you're doing this? I give you one example. Your first, to each one of you, your first goal should be to have at least $3,000 coming every first of the month, so you could be living rent-free or mortgage-free. With that $3,000, that could mean, that means, oh, my $3,000, my residual income that comes every first of the month, the company pays, your residual income. I receive around $7,000 every first of the month. I should be more. It should be like around 10,000. But I'm slowing down because, I'm now recruiting and training, and it's taking, a chunk of my time to be doing this, training agents and, helping them out succeed just like me. But your goal should be build a pay through in less than a year, 1 year, that you can be rent-free or mortgage-free, or it can take care of your car payments, your mortgage payment. Lincoln pays residual income. Is the only company in the country that pays their residual income. Every time you close a policy, the first month that policy is active, they start paying you your residual income for, from that policy. That is if you don't owe any money to charge back or leave balances. But your pay through, erase all that, and you get your money every first of the month. That's financial freedom. You see? Living rent-free or mortgage-free. And all I do is just leave out of my commissions or the deals that I close every single day. That's on the side there. Okay? Now let's keep going. So remember, you got to have, that vision. You got to be responsible for encouraging yourself and motivating yourself since you are your own boss, able to create reasons why to show up every day at work, a clear vision of your goals, all right? Like your residual income, it could be like $3,000 or $4,000, build it up, because it's freedom, okay? It's freedom. Now, it's payable every first of the month, okay? All right, so now let's go to training. Yeah. All right, so for agency building, do you have any questions about the agency? No one has a question, right? Everything was clear?
Yes.
All right. Now, what we do as agents, I'm pretty sure you guys saw that in your when you were taking your course to take the license. You remember, what type of policies are there? You have, Nelson? What do you have? Give me the three most common types of policies that are out there. Nelfi?
I didn't understand the question.
What are the three types of policies that are out there?
Term,
All right.
universal, and whole life.
Yes. Term insurance, universal, and whole life. All right. Now, term insurance is a policy. You have to be clear what a term life policy, because you're going to encounter a lot of clients out there with a term life policy. And the people that we see, they don't qualify for term insurance anymore because there are people between the ages 50 to 85 years old. At that age, it's not relevant for a person to buy a term life insurance. Why? Because it's going to be too expensive for something that's going to be temporary. A term life policy is usually made for young people, like let's say Andrew, he got children, he got a wife, right? And it makes sense to have a term life policy for 20 years. Why? In case of a premature death, God forbid, that you left your wife empty-handed. Those kids, they have to go to college. If they, if your passing will cost, for them to lose the house because you were the one bringing money home to pay for the mortgage. So in that particular case, it makes sense to have a term life policy. Now, policies, people with medications like diabetes, the age of it, they don't qualify for that. They don't qualify for term life insurance. So the best way for a person at that age is what we do is a whole life policy, which is a different type of insurance. Term insurance is for a replacement of income, usually for young people. I have one. When I get to be 61, my policy, the term they gave me for the 20 years is going to expire. I don't care because in 20 years, my children's will be what? They will be adults. They can take care of themselves at that age. Hopefully they will be graduated from college and making their own life. Okay. So it don't matter to me. Once they expire, I can cancel that policy out. All right. Because that's what happens. That policy is going to expire and it's temporary. The advantage of a term life policy is that they offer you big amount of coverage for a small premium a month. Now the whole life is what we use here, what Lincoln used to create the Funeral Advantage. All right. The Funeral Advantage is a whole life policy that is maximum amount of $35,000 where they can apply for 5, 10, or 15. It's not a huge amount. It's not like a fortune for the family, but it's the best way for the family not to pass the burden of a funeral to their loved ones. And I want you to focus on that because that's where we put always our focus. Mr. Johnson, what about your family? What about your wife? You see? A final expense policy, what we are offering is mainly for the family. When someone purchases a policy from you, it's because they love their family. They don't want to pass the burden of a funeral to their wife. They don't want to see their wife begging for money with their picture. It's a moral obligation. That's why sometimes it's hard for you to sell a policy for someone that is, living by himself, a single person, an old individual that got divorced from the wife. The kids, they're not visiting him anymore. If he policy a policy from you, that means it's a person that with very high morals. But someone that, it's like that, is depressed in the house, they usually say, man, I don't care. I'll let the neighbors, when I die, just by the smell, they can call the Department of Sanitation. They can come pick me up. All right. All right. So let's start getting familiar with it. Okay. All right. So let's go to and we're going to practice this here. Okay. All right. One of the objections that I have found when I go knock on the door of a lead is I've seen it like many times already. As someone, they go and tell you, how you knock on the door. Hey, I'm looking for Mr. Johnson. Oh, yeah, Mr. Johnson, how you doing? I'm from the funeral bank. Do you remember you requested this information? Oh, no, I'm not ready yet. Just like that. They come up and say, oh, no, I'm not ready yet. Huh? Ready for what? So this is what we will do, okay? We're going to practice on that one. When you get it, you can look at the sky and smile. What does smile say? Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, if we could have prayed to heaven, if it would be in our hands to tell, when that time comes, so I'm not ready yet. There's nothing we can do about it. When the time comes, it comes. You can do nothing about it. What I could tell you now, though, Mr. Johnson, is, show you the cost, how much it will cost you now versus how much it will cost you later. If you apply now, you get a small premium, and you get to have immediate coverage. When applying later, you're getting, a 2-year waiting period for applying your pre-existing condition. Waiting for the last minute to apply. Now let's practice that, because it has to come out of your mouth mechanically and within seconds, because you are the door knocking on the door. So who do we start with? You want to start the ladies first?
Yeah.
Oh, she got soul throw? Okay. So me and you, Andrew. Okay.
Yes.
Knock, knock.
Yes. How may I help you?
No, I am Mr. Johnson.
Hi, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. This is Andrew from the Funeral Advantage home. That's Lincoln Funeral Advantage. Mr. Johnson, do you remember you applied for this form and you fill out this form and return it to us and say we should get back to you?
Oh, yeah. Remember, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, Mr. Johnson. Well, I know nobody is ever ready, but we don't know when that time will come, and it's better that we do it now, that you get qualified, and instead of waiting for another year or two, and then or later when you apply and you probably will not be qualified, or probably will pay a high premium. What do you think about that?
All right, let's try to do it again, because that's what we're here for, to practice. This is practice and rehearse. So, do you have a pen?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'll give you the pen.
Smile. They say, I'm not ready yet. Mr. Johnson, if it was up to us, when that time comes, this is not telling you, I'm not ready yet. It's gonna come no matter what. But I can tell you though, the course of you doing it now versus you doing it later. Right now, you can apply for immediate coverage and get a very small premium. Rather you applying it later and being put in a 2-year waiting period and having a high premium for you applying with a pre-existing condition. Now let's write it down.
Okay.
Mr. Johnson. When that time comes, you can't tell you're not ready. But I can tell, but you have to be quick, okay? You smile, you say, Mr. Johnson, when that time comes, there's no telling, I'm not ready. When the time comes, it comes. I could tell you the course, how much it will cost now versus how much it will cost later. If you apply now, you might, or you can just go straight ahead because we have to shorten everything within seconds. You say, Mr. Johnson, if it was up to us, but look, I can tell you how much it will cost now rather than applying later. You can get a small premium now and, immediate coverage to apply later and be put in a 2-year waiting period and having a high premium because you're applying with a pre-existing condition. You write it down and you're going to practice that. You're going to do it 20 times at home. 20 times, because when it comes, it's going to come automatically out of your head. So write it down so you know how to deal with that one, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, let's go to the second one. Tan, tan, tan. Open the door. Hi, Miss Cater. Miss Cater? Oh, yes. Follow me, Miss Cater. We're from the Funeral Advantage. Remember you requested this information for final expense insurance? Oh, yeah, but right now it's not a good time. Okay? Right now it's not a good time. Write it down, guys, okay? Because you had to practice this like 30 times. That's how it's going to give you confidence. Right now it's not a good time. You always agree. No problem, Miss Johnson. All right, you agree. All right, no problem, Miss Johnson. I'll be back again tomorrow. Is the morning or afternoon better for you? You see? No problem, Miss Johnson. I'll be back again tomorrow. Is morning or afternoon better for you? And she goes, oh, in the morning is good. What you have there? You have an appointment. Right? So write it down. No problem, Miss Johnson. I'll be back again tomorrow. All right. Now you can push a little and say, before I go, what will encourage you to request this information, Mrs. Johnson? What prompts you to request this information? You see, right now it's not a good time. No problem, Mrs. Johnson. I'll try it again tomorrow morning. Is that good for you? Right? You got it?
If she say not go tomorrow,
Did she say what? I said, you'll be here.
if she say, oh no, tomorrow I'm not gonna be here. I'm
Oh,
not gonna be here.
well, that's good, Ms. Johnson. So when do you think will be good for you?
I don't know. I will call you.
No problem, Ms. Johnson. Now, let me ask you something. Was anything in particular that prompted you to request this information, Mrs. Johnson? Was anything in your mind when you request this information? Was anything in particular that you needed to know? What anything that prompted you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Did you have family? Do you have children?
Yes.
You do? Were you trying to protect your children from the burning of a funeral? Were you trying to protect them so they don't have to, be caught by surprise and not having the money to give you a proper burial?
Yeah.
Do you have 5 minutes? I can give you, you know, all the information that you needed in case you don't get caught by surprise, so you don't pass this burden to your children. Because I tell you, it's kind of hard. You know, your children, they had children on their own, and they, you know, I'm pretty sure that they don't want to be, you know, caught in a situation having bills to pay and then having, you know, to have their mother as a load. You know, I don't think it's fair to your children. So give me 5 minutes. I'll give you the most up-to-date information about funeral pricing and everything, all the choices that you have available out there. It only take 5 minutes.
Okay. Maybe say okay, or maybe say.
I promise you,
maybe
you won't regret it. I
uh-uh.
promise you won't regret it, Ms. Johnson. You will love this information. Okay?
Okay.
You get it, guys? Okay. Now, right now, it's not a good time. Go ahead, Andrew. Can't hear you.
Knock, knock.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Jones. I'm Andrew from the Final Expenses Center, which is
Insurance program?
insurance. Yes, from Lincoln Heritage Insurance. Final expenses. Yes, the largest final expenses company in the country now.
You can cut that one out because remember, you only have seconds at that
Okay.
door. Yeah. Hi, Mrs. Johnson. I'm Andrew from the Final Expense Insurance Company on Lincoln Heritage. You remember you request this information? Showing you. Always. You smell, remember guys, one of the things that opens the door for you is when you go at the house, show a warm smile to the people. Because if you can smile at the door, you say, hey, Mr. Johnson, how you doing? I'm Andrew from the Funeral Advantage. Hey, we have to go on. Your personality, see, your personality, you, Andrew, or you, Nelfi, showing your personality to them. Not a machine that is trying to make a buck, a machine that's trying to make a commission. No. Smile from someone that is trying to help. A genuine interest in trying to help that person in front of you. That's what opens the door for you. Hello, Miss Andrew. This is Stanley from the Kena Final Expense Insurance Program. How you doing today? Maybe you request this information. How's it going? You doing all right? You see, you're reading. You doing all right today? Great. Allow me 5 minutes there, Mr. Andrew, just to give the information requested. It only take 5 minutes. Your smile and your attitude, the way you say it, is what opens the door. A warm smile. You know, cover? How you doing, Mr. Andrew? I got the information requested. 5 minutes to give you this information requested. With a smile like this, you smile. See, that's what opens the doors. You see? That's how you help people. You smile. Remember that we're trying to help them make a decision. If they don't make that decision, if you don't help them out, they're going to procrastinate on this thing. And they, sooner or later, since they're getting old, they will get prescribed a medication and then they will qualify for immediate coverage if you don't help them out. So you smile.
So we not let their attitude change our attitude.
Exactly.
We're going there to change if they have bad attitude.
Yes.
With our good attitude.
With your smile, they will melt. They'll melt right away. Even if they're busy. Even if they're doing something. You say, how you doing? Yeah, how's it going today? You doing all right today? Yeah, I got the information requested. Just allow me 5 minutes to give you this information. Promise me real quick. Okay. You see, with a smile. Put a smile. All right. Yeah. Okay, so now that was the second one. You wrote it down. What was the first one?
The first one was the when the person tried to.
I'm not ready yet.
Yes, I'm not ready yet. Yes.
Second one, right now it's not a good time.
The second one is the one that is telling you that he doesn't remember sending any information.
No, we haven't got to that one yet. Right now it's not a good time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right now is not a good time to say, no problem. Remember, you have to practice it. No problem, Mr. Johnson. I'll be back again tomorrow. The morning or afternoon better for you? Oh, the morning is good. All right. Very good. So I'll put you for what? For 10 a.m. good or 11 a.m. good? 11 a.m. No problem. Now, one question, Mr. Johnson, before I go. What encouraged you to request this information? Was anything particular that you were looking for? You see, just to push a little, no, it's, you kind of sense if you see, because sometimes they have, it's a genuine, and they probably have the house, all messed up, and they don't want to welcome anybody, because you call them by surprise. If it's something, genuine that they probably want somebody to come later, you'll say, no problem, Mr. Johnson. I just came back just so you can see my face. So I'll be back again tomorrow. Morning, afternoon better for you. You making an appointment. All right. Now, that was right now. It's not
Or
a
if
good.
he not decide,
I'm
he
sorry.
not decided day, we try to do it in the moment.
Yeah.
If she not decide the date, so we try to get in, just telling her, it's just gonna be 5 minutes.
You're gonna be 5 minutes
All
later, so
information
yeah, because
that you need now, so you not let
it's a free,
you have it for your children's this information.
very good,
Thank
very
you.
good, yeah, very good. You could say it's a free information, Ms. Mina, so I don't have to come back again.
It's
Allow
free
me to give you this information. There's no obligations. It's a free
because
information.
our target is to work in the moment, but if you cannot do in that moment, try to get an appointment.
Okay. Now, we have two, right? And this is gonna be the last one because I don't want to give you too much so you don't remember. I want you to practice on those three. If you have one, Andrew, that you want, but you would like me to practice on, let me know. But this is gonna be the last one, which
Okay.
is, I already have insurance. Okay? I already have insurance. I purchased a policy yesterday. Good job. Good job, Mr. Johnson. Good job, Mr. Johnson. Good job, Mr. Johnson. You acknowledge, you compliment that person. Good job, Mr. Johnson. Not many people think about their family. Now, allow me to give you this information. You go, but be careful the way you say it. Your tone of voice means a lot, okay? You got to say, good job, Mr. Johnson. Not many people think about their family. Now, please allow me to give you this information, Mr. Johnson, because you see, at least I tell the company that I did my job. Only take 5 minutes. Allow me to give you this information. Why are you doing that? You're doing that because it's sometimes why you think they request the information if they have insurance. There's something. See, there's something that was the reason why they request that information. You're going to go in there and try to find out why they did it. Give them the information no matter what. Okay? I already have insurance. I purchased a policy yesterday. Very good, Mr. Johnson. Not many people think about their family. Very good. Good job. Now, allow me to give you this information. So I can tell the company that I did my job. It only takes 5 minutes. I will take much of the time. It's free. You don't have no obligations. I'm going to give you this information. You'll be surprised how many times they went ahead and tell me, I already got insurance. I purchased a policy yesterday just to get rid of me. And once they said, well, I'm going to give you this information. When I got in there, they don't have nothing. Nothing.
If they have it,
If they have, what I do as an agent, I'll check the policy and I say, well, who do you have? Who do you have the one that you have with? After I get confidence, because if you don't get their confidence, they're not going to show you anything. Inside of the house is a different story. It's a presentation that we had to practice. Have 5 steps. And the first one is the greeting. Second one is the fact finding. There are specific questions. I'm going to email you guys the presentation process. Finding, presentation, creating the need, creating the problem, and then offering the solution, and then closing that need. Okay? Now, I already have insurance. Very good, Mr. Johnson. That's very good. I congratulate you, because not many people think about their family. Then please, I'm going to give you this information so I could tell the company I did my job. You only take 5 minutes, Mr. Johnson. There's no obligations. Don't worry. Got it?
But he said, but I don't need it. I don't need it because I'm already having it.
You already have insurance, but was there anything in particular that prompted you to request this information? Because I tell you, the information is free, no obligations, but we always do it gladly. I tell you why, Ms. Johnson, we always do it gladly, give you information, because not many people know about all the benefits that we offer. Just in case, if you have a family member, because look, not many people think that insurance is not a traditional, it's not a burial plan, because traditional insurance take too long to pay out, and we pay within 24 hours to take away the urgency of the family having to pay for a funeral out of their pocket. Look, we pay our policy within 24 hours. This is not traditional insurance. This is burial insurance. Burial insurance is the reason why. Just give me 5 minutes so I can show you all the benefits that we do. This is a specialized program, so your family don't have to pay for a funeral out of their pocket. You feel it? We practice that at home 50 times, repetition, until it comes out naturally. That you can turtle when you're saying it, because if you turtle or if you hesitate while you're talking, they will sense that you are new, that you don't know what you're doing, so you practice. The only way to come as a professional and know it is by repetition. How do you think I know all this stuff and I'll be able to close some deals? It's because I have seen more than 8,000 people. But for you to be practicing with the lead, it's too expensive. It's you rather practice at home, so when you go in front of a house, you don't blow up a lead. Did you understand? Then the army don't send their soldiers out there. They start doing rehearse and practicing at home. The basketball team, they practice before they go to the game. 50 times. I'm constantly still, until today, I've been doing this for 11 years, and I still practice myself in front of the mirror, in the kitchen, and when I have a moment in the car when I'm driving. I'm practicing situations in my head, practicing in my head to win the game, to help that person. You see? Because if you don't help them out, the doctor will prescribe a medication, they will get, a disease, or they will get something, and then they will become uninsurable. See? And they won't qualify for the program, and you end up empty-handed, right? And then our kids, we don't help them, and you don't help yourself. So you have to become a specialist in how to make them make a decision. You see, don't feel like you're manipulating anybody. You are helping this person make a decision. Genuine interest from the heart, because they don't know. People are insecure with their money. They need it. You repeat that 20 times. They need this. They need it. They need it. They need this. It's my job to show them that they need this, that they need it. It's my job. Okay. Now, do you have one particular one that you would like to practice on before? Because it's already 8:20. I can't give too much information because then you guys will forget it. Just give me one. We practiced today on the one, I'm not ready yet. Then there was the other one that we said that was right now is not a good time. And then I already have insurance.
For me, it was clear.
All right.
We
Now-
practice here, huh?
Yes. So we practice on that, those 3 objections. Okay. And then next Sunday, we're going to get 3 or 4 or 5 more. We practice on 3 or 4 or 5 more, and we keep practicing on this one that we tried today. I hope that next Sunday, when I give you these 3 objections, the 2 of you will be fluent because you've been practicing at home. Okay? All right. Thank you for your time, boys and girls. Thank you for your time, Andrew. Thank you for your time, Unelfi. It was great to have you guys here. We're going to become professionals on this, okay? We're going to keep practicing. We're going to be helping people out there, genuinely helping them make a decision. And you guys are going to help yourself and your families and your kids, okay? All right? God bless.
Bye.